Coming up on the channel today, longtime viewers of the channel know that I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, and while I do own all of their studio records, I haven't gone too far into the immense amount of concert bootlegs that are out there, but today I'm going to share two of them that I own coming right up. It's Russ from the Infectious Groove podcast and vinyl channel. If this is your first time on the channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If it happens to be Pink Floyd that brought you here, I have tons of videos on the channel of all sorts of different genres and albums and pressings and whatnot. But today's video is focused on probably my favorite band of all time, Pink Floyd. And as I mentioned in the intro, I have all of their studio recordings on vinyl, but I haven't really delved too deeply into the concert bootlegs that are available because there are just so many. Fantastic recordings too. There are some really good concerts out there that are available that I would like to own eventually, but today I'm going to feature two that I have picked up along the way, both for the same reason, and both were disappointing to a certain extent. The two that I'm going to share with you today are these here. This one that is called simply Pink Floyd World Tour, and this one here, which is called Pink Floyd A New Machine. Now, this one here, packaging wise, obviously really resembles the actual album art, the original album art for the album A Momentary Lapse of Reason that they were touring for at the time. Whereas this here, this image on the Pink Floyd World Tour, I believe comes from the tour program that was used on the actual tour. And as always, I'll take closer pictures of these up so they can be up on the screen during the video. For the back art, varying degrees of good art direction here. Again, the World Tour I think is a little bit more original, looks more like an official Pink Floyd release to me, whereas the New Machine really is about the most basic back art that I could think to put on a record, which is funny because they put as close to the original artwork as they could on the front cover, so that's interesting. However, these two shows, the reason why I saw one out and then the other is because this first one here, Pink Floyd World Tour, this is from September 9th, 1987 in Ottawa, Canada. And if you're any sort of Pink Floyd historian, you probably know that early on in the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour, instead of opening with Signs of Life or Shine On You Crazy Diamond, they attempted to open with Echoes, which is a longtime favorite of mine, and of course many Pink Floyd fans' longtime favorite track. And I just wanted to hear what it sounded like, because a lot of things that Pink Floyd did on that 87 tour were so close to the original studio version, but then a lot of things that they did were different enough that I thought, wow, I really want to hear what a version of Echo sounds like from 1987. So I picked this one up, and it's over 3 LPs, and again, I will include close-up pictures of the LPs. Really nothing much to write home about, just a very plain colored vinyl with kind of a variant of the Wish You Were Here robot hand shaking logo on the inside labels of each one. A couple of things to comment on the quality, and really this goes for both of these bootlegs, World Tour and A New Machine. The quality of vinyl that was used is awful on both of these. They're very loud, very clicky. They both seem like they were in good shape over the years, like they were taken care of. I don't think they were treated like crap over the years. I think both of these were just not treated very well by their previous, came out of the gate, were probably treated well by their previous owners, but came out of the gate on noisy, bad vinyl. The other thing is that both of them are, in my opinion, low quality audience recordings. That's why I picked this one up first, thinking, okay, I want to hear what Echo sounded like. And it wasn't the best version of Echoes I've ever heard by a long shot, but it was hard to hear what was going on because, to me, even by 1980s standards, this is a very low quality audience bootleg source. And then I came across this here, New Machine, at a used record store somewhere. Flipped it over and saw that this one is from November 21st, 1987 in Toronto, Canada. And so it was still within that pocket of when they were performing Echoes. So I thought, great, I'll pick that up. Maybe it's a better sourced recording. No, it's not a better sourced recording. Same guy that recorded Ottawa must have recorded Toronto. I actually don't know the lineage, so that very well could be a thing. Same situation as far as the 3 LPs go. This one, it looks like I didn't even bother to sleeve up just yet. This is a combination of clear vinyl and color vinyl. Again, I'll throw up pictures for you. But very noisy, very poppy, very clicky, and the source recording itself, to me, is not anywhere near the level of some other audience recording I've heard from the 80s, or even Pink Floyd audience recordings from the 70s. So this was kind of a try and fail for me. I wanted to hear a good sounding version of Pink Floyd playing Echoes in that brief period of time they played it in 87. I did get to hear it overall, but I never, ever, ever bust these out ever to play anymore because the audience recording is so bad that I can't enjoy the rest of the show. The other comment I did want to make is that the rest of the set list is extremely similar to what they would run with for the rest of the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour on into the next 2-3 years that the tour lasted. And the versions of the songs are extremely similar to how they ended the tour doing them and what would ultimately become the official live release, Delicate Sound of Thunder. So between the low quality audience recording and the fact that the versions are not wildly different from what ended up on the Delicate Sound of Thunder, I don't really play these anywhere near as often. They were more purchased of like, hey, if that version of Echoes is any good and it sounds remotely decent, then I'll listen to that more than anything, which was not the case. So again, I always say in these videos, the thing I want to hear the most from is the comments. If you've heard either of these, or you're a big Floyd fan, or you wanted to hear these, that's what this video is for today, just to kind of share a little bit about them, tell you what I know, and by all means, share your thoughts with me on what you think about them. And if you have maybe a personal favorite Pink Floyd bootleg that's not even from this tour or something along those lines. As I mentioned at the top of the video, if you would please make sure to hit the subscribe button or like, even helps the channel out a great deal to grow. Please leave a comment below because that's my favorite part of the community. But as I always say, thank you so much for watching.